How are you looking in terms of numbers and bodies then for this week?
Yeah, not too bad. We've got hopefully John Barclay back. His wife's expecting a baby, and so we're just waiting for the news there. But he's available should the timing be right. Aaron Shingler's back running with the team and got through today, so we'll see how he scrubs up tomorrow on that foot and make a call on him on Saturday. But he ran well today, so it was pleasing. So it's the forward's pretty much as per. Samson is not available at the moment, but he is progressing on that leg. He's back running and ticking those boxes. So far so good. So we hope to see him in the not too distant future, whether that's a couple of weeks, 3 weeks. It's a week by week process, just strengthening that leg. So, but he's making good strides.
How long will you leave the decision on John Barclay, or will you want to sort of know one way or another by the day before the game?
Yeah, good question. He's coming in to see me after training today, and we're going to discuss the window of opportunity. His wife's due later in the week, so she'll be touch and go, I think.
This game's looking a lot juicier than it was maybe two weeks ago before the Ospreys revival in Europe.
Yeah, look, I think from an outsider's point of view, you're right. Regardless of how the Ospreys are playing right up until this particular match, we've got nothing but respect for them because of the quality within their squad, and they work very, very hard. They're a very proud club, and they've got the history to back that up. So, look, we're preparing for a strong Ospreys opposition, regardless of the team they put out. We have nothing but respect for them when they come here. They beat us here recently, so a couple of seasons ago. So we know that they're a formidable side when they bring their A game.
Yeah, nothing like your usual top against bottom of the league then, or the conference.
Oh, look, you saw what happened when we played the also-rans in Europe, as they would, some people would call them Benetton Treviso, and we were down with 3 minutes to play. So, look, we've got the utmost respect for everybody now in the Pro 14, and so it'll be a big day. We know that, and as you say, they've hit some form in the last couple of matches. So, as I say, they're a proud team with a lot of very, very strong players.
Exciting time for all of Welsh rugby, I guess, with 3 rounds of derby matches to come over Christmas and New Year.
Yep, that's one way of putting it. Otherwise, very challenging. 3 games in 10 days, so we just hope for no head clashes.
How about the rotation within that then? Do you have to rest players for the middle game or one of the 3 games? Or?
Oh, we will be. We will be utilising our squad. We've already got a team on paper for the Blues ready to go, which is different to the one that's playing against the Ospreys in some positions. We did the same thing last year with the Blues in Ulster, and we were lucky enough to get through. We're putting faith in the squad. A lot of young guys got some opportunities in South Africa and played well, so there's confidence there to be able to do that, and I think it's a wise move as well, with us obviously still alive in Europe.
Is there any feeling towards fielding the stronger sides at home? Is that a factor at all in your thinking or not?
No. Home or away doesn't bother us. It did when we first arrived. We didn't have a great away record, but hopefully we've rectified that. And so for us, it's just about looking at the squad, looking at the surfaces we play on. We factor that in when we go to the Blues. Some players we wouldn't put on that surface. So yeah, we factor a few things in.
And what about the players? Are they buzzing for this sort of challenge because they need to do well, obviously, for their region, but there are lots of individual battles within that, possibly with an eye to the Wales hierarchy and pecking order? I know that's not necessarily your concern, but a little extra motivation.
No, I agree with you, and it is because part of our role is to get results for the club, obviously, and also help players achieve their individual goals. And obviously, most of our players, or the players that are eligible for Wales, all want to play for Wales, as they should. And so the better we play, hopefully the more players get to experience playing for their country. So we've talked about how important these 3 games are in the respect of the Six Nations, which is just around the corner. So that's why we will utilise the squad and give everyone an opportunity, or a lot of players an opportunity to put their hand up. But as well, we think that's a smart way of getting through these games and hopefully getting enough points.
Talking about one Wales player returning to Wales, George North, WIU said yesterday that all 4 regions had expressed an interest. Do you think you can potentially overcome any disgruntlement over the way in which he left the Scarlets before your time?
Yeah, obviously I wasn't here then, and I've heard various stories, but look, I'm personally not in the market for a winger.
So he's not the sort of fit that you'd be looking for to add to your squad for next season?
George has got a lot of great qualities. He's a great person, from what I gather, and obviously from the region originally. Has played some great rugby for Wales and the British Lions, but at the moment I'm happy with the squad we've got.
So does that mean you're ruling out George North? Can we assume that from those comments?
If the powers that be had the money and wanted to do it, we'd look at it. So at the moment, I've got a squad and a budget, and we're working hard to finalise that.
Can I just pick up something you mentioned earlier about the Arms Park and that little game, and you mentioned you wouldn't play certain players on that surface. In what respect? Just because you likely to pick up injuries because of it?
Well, my personal experience on some of those surfaces, some are better than others in terms of what lies underneath it. And on that particular surface, we've had a lot of injuries since my time here. A lot of serious shoulder and knee injuries, which have resulted in surgeries. So some players that have ongoing issues, we wouldn't want to play them on that surface for medical reasons.
The performance of the club has just transformed lately. Is your work here almost done? Are you happy with what you've done in the Scarlets so far?
It's a work in progress. Look, it's nowhere near finished. I think we've made a lot of inroads into where we want to, how the style of game we want to be playing, but it's not the finished product. We've still got players working hard on their skills to improve what they bring to the side, and that takes time. The coaching group is getting more understanding of each other on a daily basis. We've been working together now for 3 years or 3.5 years. And I think we're in a pretty good space, and same with the rest of the management team. We've got a pretty young management team across the board who are gathering experience all the time, and I think we're in a pretty good space. And we want to, from a club's point of view, we want to do well in both competitions. And once we feel that we're at that stage and we can't really further develop, and it's probably time for somebody else to have a go. But at the moment, we feel that we can contribute, and we are evolving as a club. But certainly we're not at the end of that road yet.
Okay. I've got to ask you, Rhys Patchell, obviously he's gone through HIA last week.
Yeah, so he did some contact today, so we'll see how he scrubs up tomorrow. Okay. So far he's ticked the necessary boxes, and final call on him, what are we today, Saturday.
Okay. And in terms of, obviously you run with Paul Asquith in the centre the last couple of weeks, how pleased have you been with his contribution?
Oh, very pleased. He's he's done very, very well since coming here. There's a little bit of an adjustment period for any player, and he's slotted on very, very quickly. But we knew he had a very good skill set, was a very good sevens player. Footage that I looked at and the people I spoke to convinced me that he could be a very good player for us. He's got work-ons, which he's doing behind the scenes. We're going to put a little bit of size on him and not lose any speed. But he's got great skills, good decision making under pressure, and reads the game really well, so he's done very well.
Just last one from me, obviously there's a lot of speculation at the moment in terms of who's going to replace Warren. Your name has been widely mentioned, Wayne. Have the Welsh Tribune been in touch with you? Have you spoken to anyone about it?
But I'm also being looked at for Northampton.
Yeah, that was my next question.
Look, as I said earlier when I was asked this question, I've just re-signed with the Scarlets, so I'm not going anywhere. I haven't spoken with Northampton. I have no intentions to speak to Northampton. I'm loving my work here, and it's as I said, a work in progress. The reason I've re-signed with the Scarlets is because I enjoy coming to work every day. We've worked hard to create this environment, and it's a good environment. and everybody's enjoying coming to work and rolling their sleeves up and getting stuck in. And the players themselves are enjoying it, and the sort of pennies dropped that you can enjoy coming to work or it can be a slog. And this group now enjoys coming to work, so we're in a good space. And opportunities get presented every now and then, and you can earn more money as a player or coach somewhere else sometimes, but you've also got to put a value on enjoying coming to work. And I feel in a privileged position that I come to work every day and I love getting up and coming to work. Sometimes it's hard to jump in the car and go home. That's how much fun we have here. So, look, it was an easy decision for me to re-sign, and I'm happy with that, and I'm committed here for the next couple of years.
But international level coaching would presumably be the sort of opportunity that doesn't come along very, very often, and that anyone would find difficult to turn down.
Yeah,
We're offered.
Yeah, I was part of preparing Fiji for the World Cup in 2007. Had 3 years out there and loved every minute of it. Played Wales at the Millennium Stadium, so I know what you're talking about, and it would be nice again one day. But it's all about timing, and for me, I'm still learning as well as a coach. And for me, if the opportunity arose in Wales going forward, I'd certainly look at that very seriously, because I consider myself now part of Welsh rugby. Have been for 3.5 years, and with another couple of years, if the opportunity came, yeah, I'd probably love it.
2 years' time, might be ready.
Well, you've got to keep getting results and keep doing well. So, as I say, it's all about timing, and at the moment things are going okay, but we can't take our foot off the throat. We're to keep working hard, because every other team is doing the same thing, and it doesn't get any easier.